Hey, it's live.
Okay, I'm just waiting for the.
So we're live.
We're live.
You're live.
We're live.
Live is on.
You're gonna be live. You're gonna watch all the comments for us, Ange? I kind of fade into the TV there, but.
Then move towards
Oh,
the
there
piano.
it is. Really good.
I just heard my
No,
phone
I'm
vibrate.
fine. Oh, so yours vibrating too?
Al Cripps is watching.
Hey Al, hey brother, how are you doing?
Peter Turner.
Peter Turner, hello.
Shauna Gray.
Shauna, my sister.
Andrew Danielle McLaughlin says, hey Dave.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Earl Little's watching.
Happy birthday, Earl.
Cliff Dog.
Earl is down there in Laredo, Texas, and it is his birthday today in Laredo, Texas. If any of you folks see him down there, I'm not there right now, so make sure you guys can buy him something really nice for his birthday today to say happy birthday to the famous Earl Little. He drives for, of course, PFM, Professional Freight Management, as do I, as does Marcel and Slick, and we enjoy it. We love it. It is awesome. I'm just going to do a couple of more posts, Angie, and then I will rock and roll. If everybody's looking from your right, you see, of course, Caitlin here, and Caitlin is accompanied by Bella, one of her favorite puppy dogs ever. And then we've got Andrew, and Andrew is joining us tonight. And of course, then's John Wayne,
Yay.
and we've got John Wayne with us. And then of course, everybody knows William from all the posts. And I'm Dave MacKenzie. And tonight, it's PTSD Awareness Month, and we're wearing our jerseys from our friends from the Hockey Hero Challenge, or Heroes Hockey Challenge, because as you know, I can screw up the Lord Prayer. We all got our bracelets on. We've got our Wounded Warrior bracelets. We got a nice good gift pack from our good friends from our Heroes Hockey Challenge. And that's a great organization, folks, because what it does is it has real heroes, both in the military and then your hockey heroes, as you call them. And they are heroes because they get together and they play exhibition games and games to raise money. And that money goes towards the military. The MRC, for example, they give money to, Military Resource Center, but they give it towards families, the PPCLI Association, and things like that. Really awesome, awesome association. Glenn is the driving force of it, and his father, Blackie, Chief Warrant Officer of the Remy, who we lost, I think it was last week, terrible. We did a posting for it. Awesome man, awesome man. And you can see what he manifested in Glenn, because Glenn does a lot of work with the people from the Heroes Hockey Challenge, putting these on, raising money, not only for military, but for the families of military. And excellent funding, excellent people, all the players, everybody involved. Thumbs up to you because you do a good job. I, of course, am wearing the Wounded Warriors hat. And like I said, we had Wounded Warrior bracelets on. Another great association that I like to back and promote. They've been out at our truck show in Winnipeg. I believe they're scheduled to be out again September 15th. And again, they'll be there selling those coupon books, which are great value, or at least I think they will be. I shouldn't get ahead of myself. They'll probably have hats, and they'll have bracelets and things like that, wristbands, and support them, because Wounded Warriors supports a ton of good benefits towards veterans. So,
You should say what the bracelet says.
Andrew says we should say what the bracelet says. Andrew, why don't you read it out for the folks?
I am a warrior.
I am a warrior.
Should we show? Here, I'll do a close up here.
Yeah. Yeah. So the bracelet says on it, I am a warrior. So tomorrow is Red Shirt Friday. So wouldn't it be appropriate for us to put on our Heroes Hockey Challenge jerseys that we all have, promoting that great cause, number one. Number two, reminding people that tomorrow's Red Shirt Friday. That is the day we wear red. And we wear red not only to remember those who have bled, not only to remember those who are deployed right now in harm's way, but to remember our veterans. Our veterans, PTSD month, who fight with PTSD till the day they die. And sometimes you may not understand a veteran, because sometimes they might be a little bit off the wall, can we say? And it's because of what they've seen, what they've done, and the oath they took to protect us. An oath they took for loyalty and justice and honor. And most of the veterans, the majority of the veterans, remember that and they stand by that. And after all, it's about our kids and living in a place that's free and living in a place where we can say whatever we want. I've worked as a policeman. I've worked in the military. And both as military and in police. I was in the military. I was in the reserves and the rifle reserves, which is infantry, back in the 1970s when the Vietnam War was still on and that. And let me tell you, we weren't too popular, especially Remembrance Day. I would wear my uniform proudly at Remembrance Day. And we were called baby killers and everything else. You know, that was a lot of stress. I was just a weekend warrior. When you talk about warriors, I was a weekend warrior. But our brave warriors, a lot of Canadians went to Vietnam. There's a Vietnam Veterans Association, and they went through an awful lot. Now we move forward to this generation where we have Afghanistan, where we lost a lot of good boys, a lot of good men, good people, good soldiers, warriors in Afghanistan. And the ones that came home did come home. I don't care what they say, they came home with PTSD. Today, in Manitoba, where I am today, in Manitoba, 2 corrections officers, 2 of our first responders, our first line of domestic protection, are gone. They committed suicide today. They didn't know each other. One was a federal corrections officer. The other was a provincial corrections officer. They lost their lives today for the service that they do for us. The PTSD, the stress, the depression. I wish their families all the best. And I please, again, I encourage people, please do not take a final solution to a temporary problem. It's a temporary, can you still see us okay in the light? Or?
Yeah, it's just the light bulb's loose, so sometimes the fan just shakes it loose and it went out.
Okay, but you can still see us okay?
Yeah.
So basically, folks, please, if you're thinking of that final solution to your temporary problems, please don't. There is a lot ahead of you. The bad is only so that we can enjoy the good. All the crap that sometimes gets thrown your way, and trust me, folks, I'm part of that club. We just have to shoulder up, soldier up, and take it. And then the next day is going to be a better day. If there's people you can talk to, we put the phone numbers for the suicide prevention hotline. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, but more importantly, socialize. Talk to people. And don't take that final solution. I guarantee tomorrow is always a better day. Always.
And for the people that don't have PTSD, or even people with PTSD that are helping or know people with it, or just anyone in general, just always be kind, because words can be strong.
Words can be strong. You know, I'm thinking of that little girl that they're talking about in the news that had committed suicide. And because they went to the school, they said she was being bullied. She was being cyber bullied and everything else. And the school, what did they do? They made the girl hug one of the people that were cyber bullying, thinking it would help. They turned around and they took her out of the classes that she liked, that the bullies were in. And then they turned around and said, well, maybe you should have lunch segregated from everybody else so they don't bully you. It was 5 other girls that were bullying her. Why did they not take action? Really, why did they not take action against those 5 girls and expel them from the school? Talk to the parents. Cyberbullying should not be acceptable. And let me talk about cyberbullying for 1 minute. And I hate to go on this, and this might be unpopular with people, but Peter Fonda made a statement the other day. I think his ass should be in jail. I don't care what the Hollywood community thinks about or anything else. I don't care if people hate Trump. A lot of people hate Trump. But to turn around and make a public statement saying that his child should be kidnapped, put in a cage, and tortured, what kind of thinking is that? What kind of mental thinking is that? And then, when the press secretary, a woman, was talking about how wrong that was, he came out with another tweet saying she should be naked, raped, and whipped. And a lot of the ABC networks and Hollywood is backing him, saying, well, he's angry because he hates Trump. Just because you hate somebody does not give you a permit to cyberbully and hate everyone, or even hate that person or their family. It's called rising above. It's called honor.
You know, I just want to address something that Brian Max is saying here. He says, the problem is we can't punish our kids like we was growing up. Well, I have witnessed a lot of bullying online from adults. Adults can get it probably worse than can give it worse than teenagers at times. Children and teenagers don't understand or comprehend the detrimental results that can come. They don't understand how strong their words are. Adults do, and the adults that are online who cyberbully or say things or spread things, those are the scum because they know better. Also, hey kids, I'm trying to remember, what is the thing, I'm sure you guys have been taught this in school. It's think. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it, do you know what it is? Inspiring. Is it necessary? And is it kind?
Yeah.
T-H-I-N-K. And that's
T-H-I-N-K. I like that. Think.
Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? And if it's none of those things, it shouldn't be spread or said.
Exactly. It shouldn't be spread or said. And that is the thing. Cyberbullying is not okay by anyone, anytime.
And everyone knows the saying, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will always hurt. Yet people still say these words to deliberately hurt people.
And they shouldn't. So we lost 2 corrections officers today. May they rest in peace. I don't know who they are. We're losing 22 veterans a day. 22 veterans a day in North America are taking their own life. And they're taking their lives because of PTSD, but I think because things are ramping up those PTSD. Things like the social network out there is worse than it's ever been. That's why I love our Canadian Trucking Magazine page. No drama page. We don't put up with any drama on our page. Anything comes on, we delete it and we ban the person. We're a no drama page. We try to get up, we try to lift up. We talk about important matters like this, which borderlines the drama, but it's education. It's telling people there is a better day. And if you've got a page or you're involved in pages that are hate pages, that are drama, that you can feel is firing your PTSD up or anything else, delete them. Get off them. Just stay with Canadian Trucking Magazine. Stay with your friends. Your true friends, brothers and sisters that make you feel good, which follow think. And stay with organizations like Heroes Hockey Challenge, like the Warriors, that whether it be the Canadian Wounded Warriors or the U.S. Wounded Warriors. There's all kinds of good groups out there. Veterans Alliance of Canada. which helps that have peer groups and alternate to drugs. Say no to the pill. You know, pills can also cause you mood swings and everything else. So this tonight we were just doing to remind everybody about Red Shirt Friday tomorrow. Wear red, and wear red for not only those who bled, for not only those deployed, not only for our veterans, but think of our home front heroes as well. You know, our first responders, our police, our fire, our ambulance, our corrections people. Rest in peace. You know, I think of that police officer right now that's going through hell down in, I think it's Philadelphia. His first day on the job, and he's involved in a shooting. They got a call out saying that it was shooters in a car, drive-by shooters. When they stopped the car and they did search the car later, they found weapons in that car, but people ran, and I think it was a 17-year-old, and that policeman, his first day on the job with that Philadelphia police force, ended up using deadly force. Now they're all over him, he's on leave, and you know what? That he's going to have that PTSD that he shot a 17-year-old for the rest of his life. Was it justified or not? I don't know. I'm not a judge or jury, and I'm not going to judge somebody else when I'm not there. I do know he was an 8-year veteran from another police force before he went to Philadelphia, so he wasn't a rookie, but his first day on a job. Talk about a bad day for his first day on a job, eh, folks? I mean, oh my goodness. I shouldn't laugh about it, but I mean, that's a bad day on the job right there.
I just wanted to point out that I'm glad that you are including corrections officers as part of the first responders and the heroes, because corrections officers, that is their job, is to just solely just be with the scum of the scum and the criminals. And as one of my good correction officer friends used to always tell me, is she had to get out of that because it was like doing a life sentence and she didn't even do a crime.
Exactly.
She's just in there with the awful people, criminals and thugs and the people you don't want to be around.
And I know lots of friends that have been corrections officers, brothers and sisters, veterans that were corrections officers, did a career. That career lives with them forever. Being locked up in behind bars with some really deranged people, some evil people. I mean, the police officers, you arrest them and you throw them in jail. Now the corrections officers is stuck with them.
Yep.
So, no.
All the time.
Yeah, I feel so bad that the two took their life today. They aren't the first two. Unfortunately, they probably won't be the last. But if you're listening to my words right now, trust me, there is a better day. There are bad days. There are horrible days. There are cyberbullying. There are people out there that they either know that they're being...
people who just get joy out of being scum.
Yeah, people that are haters.
People who get joy out of trying to destroy people, break them down. People who get joy out of doing that are just repulsive.
They're haters.
They're repulsive.
And you don't need haters. So tomorrow, think of the people who are the veterans, the first responders, the people that took an oath of justice, honor, loyalty. Think of those people, and when you see them in a restaurant or something like that, if they're in uniform, shake their hand and say, thank you for your service. Thank you. You see a policeman, thank you for your service. Firemen, paramedic, military. When I'm traveling, even when I'm in United States and Canada, because United States and Canada serve shoulder to shoulder through so many conflicts, I'll go up to that soldier, I'll say, excuse me for a minute, but I just want to shake your hand and thank you for your service. That's all I do, then I walk away. Mm-hmm. So, any more comments or questions, Ange? Okay, fire away and we'll see if John can answer them, or Caitlin will be an expert at it, probably.
There's just tons of
and
comments.
Andrew.
I don't think you're going to want to go through them all. Like, there's lots, okay, so...
Just say the ones that are kind of like questions.
Oh, there's lots here.
Other than the ones that are, hey, Dave.
Yeah. Well, then we could say hey back.
Well, Andrew Danielle McLaughlin said, hey, Dave.
Hey.
Brian Mack said, Dave, my man.
All right, Brian.
Amy McKenzie's watching.
Amy.
Thomas Legel. I always feel like I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I
Oh,
probably am.
Liberty and Justice Radio.
Said, hey,
and Dave Gore.
Mitchell Morgan said good evening.
Good evening.
Rob Cooley's watching. David Q.
David Q. I love you.
Will Bird. Al Fritz said that he's pretty good considering. Hey to your tribe. Your phone's not letting me scroll here. I'm not gonna be able to read these all here. Rob Cooley's in Kenora. Brian Mack wants me to pick on you. Oh, I do that all the time. So. Whether it's on camera or not, we don't know. Oh, there's just lots, Dave. You're gonna have to go through this after.
I'm gonna go through after, and I'm going to definitely go through and look at the comments. I thank you for commenting. Keep commenting too as you go through, just to let people know who read them. People go on our page all the time. We've got almost 30,000, and we have a reach of up to 800,000 at times. And so you get out there, your voice gets out there, and I appreciate seeing it.
I just want to say, Brooke Cooley says hi, Caitlin.
Hey.
And Jacob is waving at you guys.
Hey, Jacob, how are you doing?
And Brian wants to know what's for dinner.
What's for dinner? Well, hot wings.
Hot wings for us and
Hot
McDonald's for
wings.
the kids.
That's
It
right.
was one of those nights.
One of those nights, folks. One of those
It's
things.
too hot to cook. Oh my gosh, is it hot?
It is a cooker, and it's cooking down in Texas and flooding and stuff like that. So here we got Heroes Hockey Challenge. Thank you very much for these great jerseys for the MacKenzie clan. We're definitely going to wear them when we're playing hockey. We're going to wear them on Fridays to remind people. These kids will wear them at Remembrance Day to school to let and educate their friends about our heroes, our first responders, both on the home front and abroad.
Earl Little says it'd be a great show to see me picking on you.
Oh, it is.
I do that all the time.
We've done that. We've done some shows together. We'll have to do it again. And it's quite a lot of fun, actually. And I'm scared of her. That's why I'm a long-haul truck driver right now, is so that I can get some rest from my browbeatings from my lovely...
That's because when you're home, you get in my way.
That's
Get
right.
out of here.
And all the kids want to go on the truck trips too, and you'd understand why if you were here.
That's how.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, because you guys are messy and you're tired of hearing me yell at them.
That's right.
You about it?
Yeah, they all want to go. They said, summer holidays, Dad, let's all go in the truck. Oh, Andrew wants to see something.
Something about dinner? I'm gonna take some of your wings.
Yes, that's right. Ring a ding ding. So there's the bell, and that's the, we won't answer it, William. There's the bell, which means oh, our neighbor. She's not watching on the live video. We should have had her. We could answer and say we're doing live video here.
Put her in a live video.
Don't
put her on speaker.
Don't put her on speaker. Just say
Hey,
we're
Marianne.
live video. Ask her if she's on Facebook.
Are you on Facebook right now?
Tell her we're all gonna say hi to her because we're on live video.
We're all gonna say hi to you though, because we're on live video.
And
so
thank her for her service.
thank you for your service too.
Tell her I'll call her back right away.
And yes, there is in fact.
That's one of our superheroes calling.
Okay. Okay, bye.
It embarrasses her because, like most of our first responders out there, most of our police officers sworn to protect us, especially long-term ones like that, they don't realize that they are superheroes. They are people that, who do we call when we're in
John.
trouble, right? What?
John's flossing over here. He's
There-
taunting me because I can't do that for the life of me.
Yeah.
I have tried. I am
That's
not
that new
coordinated.
flossing
yeah,
dance.
I cannot do
Have you
it.
guys
It's
seen the
not
new
new.
flossing dance?
It's not new.
It's a new dance. Here, guys, show them the
It's
new
not
dance.
I don't know how to do it.
Well, John does. Show
This is how
and
I do
Caitlin
it.
does. Here's a new dance that's out there, folks.
No,
It's
this,
not new.
this one's new, and less people know of it. It's like that.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
She's getting embarrassed. One of the new ones.
See, I'm not related. I was adopted.
Yes, we
She was a unicorn.
yeah, we wanted her. That's the difference. The others were accidents, I'll tell you. It was that night I turned to Angie, says, please walk down to the 7-Eleven and get some protection.
Oh, Dave.
And they said, what kind of protection was that? It was one of those paper bags put over her head. Oh, Oh, that is hilarious, eh, folks?
Now you could say that we're picking on Mom. that
Yes.
her
Hey,
parents-
now we're picking on Angie,
Yeah,
folks.
you guys just wait till the camera's
It's
off.
her!
Yeah, when the camera's off, all y'all are going to
Yeah,
bed.
we're all
Getting the wooden
brave.
spoon.
Yeah, remember who it was that said, remember the old days when your time out is you took the time out to spank the kids when they're bad? Kids, in this house, when people are bad, do we go back to the old days and we take the time out and we spank our kids?
Yeah.
Hey, we just said that on live video. Child and Family Services, here we come.
Except they're such wonderful sweethearts, they don't get one. Hey, you're spinning around.
Except for John. Okay,
Yeah, John's
go
gonna
back
get
on.
tons tonight.
Okay, John, just wait. So, folks, I guess we'll wrap this up for tonight. Hopefully, we did some entertainment, but hopefully, we did some reminders. Red Shirt Friday tomorrow, and hopefully, we said a big thanks. And who are we thanking, guys?
Our heroes.
Yes. What great thing. Thank you, heroes. That's all our. I've said it again, I'll say it one more time.
Thank
Our
you for
veterans,
listening.
our military, our first responders. That includes our police, our fire, our corrections, our law enforcement, our DOT, our MOT, and the rest. I mean, DOT, MOT, they're out there to keep the roads safe, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you do if you're pulling into a DOT and our logbook looks bad?
Run.
Start a new one. Oh, did I just say that live? I can't believe you said that.
Now you pull out your other logbook.
Yeah. And Andrew, I don't know if he's going to be allowed to come with us, folks, because the trouble with Andrew, he likes to get me my special drinks,
His apple juice.
his apple juice. And for anybody new that hasn't heard that story, this little bugger here, you got a cup holder beside your vehicle. That cup holder is for water. It's for my water. But when you're riding with me and you have to go to the bathroom, you can use a bottle to pee in, which goes in the garbage box. But Andrew, where did you put yours?
In the cup holder.
In the cup holder. And William, what happened to that bottle in the cup holder?
He drank it.
Oh my gosh, it was the funniest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. I couldn't even breathe. I was
Because
like,
he went to spit it out the window, and he opened it only a little bit, so it all went splashing on his face. And
It was
all over
it was
the
great. We just
window
came
and
back from a
himself.
steak dinner, and he went to go just rinse his mouth out, and so he grabs his water and he just gulped a bunch, like he gulped and gulped, and then he filled his mouth with his water, and he starts swishing his mouth to kind of rinse the steak and stuff out of his mouth. And then he realized this does not taste like good water, and it was dark out, so he was driving it in the dark, and then when he realized, oh my gosh, this is Andrew's pee, he went to roll down his window and spit it out, but because he was driving so fast, the wind blew it all back in his face, all over his clothes, and then he was reaching for the paper towels, and it was like, oh, it was a panic situation. It was hilarious.
My mom and I were laughing, and all three boys were like, "No, Caitlin, stop laughing. He might be hurt."
Maybe his pride.
Never tried to spit pee out a window when you're driving down a highway with the wind blowing towards your window. Because all it does is comes right back in your face.
I don't
Otherwise, a new lesson:
No.
never pee into the wind.
Never pee into the wind.
No matter if it's through your mouth or not.
And if you're with me, folks, and you are having a nice cold beer, and you say, "Oh, this tastes like piss," hand it to me. I can tell you if it does or not.
He
Yep,
is your reference.
he
for
has
that.
a reference.
I am an expert now.
Just take me on trips.
That's what
if
he
you wanna
got
know
his
what pee tastes
PTSD
like.
from.
That's right. Andrew says, just take him on trips if you want to know what pee tastes like. So other than that, what do we always say, guys?
We'd rather hear from you than about you.
Keep
Keep on trucking.